Litefeet up.
So boom, why Litefeet is the way it is? Because it's from New York. Let me explain. A lot of Litefeet dancers, such as myself, grew up in the hood or the ghetto. I know some Litefeet dancers don't believe that, like Jay Wavy. I live in Long Island, so I didn't grow up in the hood. I mean, because, the only place that has hoods in New York is New York City, which is stupid to think that. There are places outside of New York City, in New York, that are relevant, that have hoods. Just because I'm from Long Island doesn't mean I'm fucking rich, that I live in the suburbs. No. Since we grew up in the hood, right, a lot of us come from broken homes, violence. A lot of us come from negativity. And from that negativity, people turn that negativity into a positive, which is Litefeet. Now, there's a negative aspect to Litefeet that a lot of foreigners and international people, they don't understand. It's the aggression. I'm gonna use King K as an example here. When I went to the International Litefeet Championship, I don't know what year it was, maybe, I don't know what year. I believe it was the most recent one. I seen him dancing in a circle, and I seen Mr. Jones on the side. While he was dancing, Mr. Jones was yelling at him in order to distract him. This is a battle tactic, so he lose focus and he wouldn't win. I saw King K's from the UK. I saw him get visibly frustrated, right? And he even talked back to him, and he was angry, and it threw him off, right? Now, the people that grew up in New York, we know that this is a tactic, and it probably would have motivated a New York Litefeet dancer to dance even harder, to not even pay attention to him, But since a lot of people aren't from the culture, right? They didn't grow up in New York, they wouldn't understand that. I'm gonna say something that's gonna hurt a lot of y'all feelings, right? A lot of y'all international Litefeet dancers, whether it be from the UK, France, Korea, a lot of y'all don't Litefeet properly. Let me explain. You Litefeet properly, you have the proper technique, but you don't have the feel of Litefeet. You don't have the negative aspect, the aggression, which is not a bad thing in life and in the culture, but it's a bad thing for the style. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't look natural. So you guys don't look natural, even though that you're doing the techniques right, if that makes sense to you. I see that this is a problem in the UK. This is a problem in France. This is a problem in Korea. India has it too. Well, actually, India is a little bit aggressive. Japan doesn't have this problem because they learned it from the source. They came to New York and they learned Litefeet. Well, they basically lived in New York for a while and learned how New Yorkers eat, how they dress, how they act, how they talk to each other. They learned the culture. So it's embedded in when you can see it in their Litefeet. A lot of people want to ignore this part of Litefeet. This is what Litefeet is. You can't change that. Litefeet is a good thing. It's a positive thing. It's also a negative thing. Litefeet was a way for New York people, right, to stop the violence and the killing and substitute it with dance. It's one of the many ways, You got the hip hop, you got the art, graffiti, and it's an outlet. That's what it is. And that's where it comes from. All the arguments, the fights, all the shit talk, all of the negative things that you could do in life are all a part of the dance. Now there are some who look natural in Litefeet, but this is just the truth. So that's life. Litefeet up.